So what is a perimenopause coach? So first of all, I just want to define what perimenopause, what menopause and what postmenopause is, because I think there's a lot of confusion about what they are. So menopause is classed as the day, the moment that you haven't had a period for 12 months. And the average age for menopause is 51. Perimenopause is the time before that, which can last from 5 months to 4 years to 10 years to even 15 years. So it could actually be starting in your 30s, although on average it's between 40 and 44. So if we go back to menopause, that day, that moment, the time after that is classed as post-menopause. So actually the time when we're going to be experiencing most of the symptoms is perimenopause. So I am a perimenopause, menopause or post-menopause mentor. And what is that? How does that work? What am I and what am I not? So I have been on this journey for a long time, and I recently became a menopause wellbeing practitioner, which basically means that I'm trained in perimenopause and menopause, so I understand what's going on in yours and in my body, and I can help you, so I can mentor you. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm a coach, a life coach. It doesn't mean that I'm a doctor. It doesn't mean that I'm a hormone specialist. I am somebody who has been on this journey and has done a lot of training in hormones, and now I've done this training, which means that I can support people like you. Okay, so I'm going through this myself. As I'm speaking now, I can feel myself getting very hot, which tends to happen to me a lot throughout the day. So I'm going through this. I'm 49. I'm at the latter stages. I have like 2 periods a year now. So I'm the latter stages of my perimenopause, going into menopause. And I have been through lots myself. But there's also lots that I'm learning and lots that I'm reading about that I want to share. And basically, I think that this area is so overwhelming, even for me, and I'm, a hormone yoga therapy yoga teacher, and I've done quite a lot of training. Even for me, I'm a bit like, oh God, sometimes I forget which one, hang on, which hormone, what does that one mean? And there's so much going on out there. It's such a busy marketplace that sometimes just to have somebody that's done a lot of that work that can help you navigate is really what I am as a menopause mentor. So I can help to support you, I can listen. Most of the time I've been there, not all of the time. I've read lots of amazing books. I can signpost you to lots of amazing articles and some fact-based evidence and science-based research. I have a lovely team around me of hormone doctors, of nutritionists, of wellness professionals who I can refer you on to if I can't help. And in our sessions, so the way that we work is that I have a little application process. So if you want to have a free 30-minute chat with me, then I'll send you this little mini application and you just fill it in. And this just gives me like your top line symptoms, very, very, very top line. It literally takes minutes. And then we can just get a gauge of, okay, so what's kind of going on with you? And then we have a chat. And we have a chat for 30 minutes and I'll ask you what are your most pressing symptoms. So for some of you, it may just be that there's just a couple of things ticked off. For some of you, it may be 5 or 6 and we're not going to get all through those in half an hour. So I'll say, look, let's just break down what right now is the most pressing thing that you want to talk about. And then we'll discuss that. And I can give follow-up sessions of 30 minutes, of 1 hour after that. Or I do a program as well. So what often happens in our sessions is we'll work out certain things that feel achievable for you. So, if, for example, you were working with hot flashes and that was something that you were really struggling with, we would maybe look at, 3 days of your eating and look at your lifestyle and look at some things that could be triggering your hot flashes and some things that you could maybe tweak that are attainable for you to see if you can make a difference. And it can be something as simple as cutting out spicy food or, cutting down the amount of alcohol that you're drinking because that has a connection to hot flashes. Or it might be a specific herb that you start trying that really supports you. Or it may be that you can just look at some other little tweaks. So we just work on those together. So in your first session, we will come up with a little discovery plan for you, for some things that you can go away with that will then be able to help you. If after that you want further support, then we can go a little bit deeper, and I've got a second application process which goes that little bit deeper, and we can really kind of start to delve into kind of a little bit more depth in the symptoms. But for the first couple, we really want to look at 2 or 3, and then we make a plan. And depending on which plan suits you financially, which plan suits you, it may be that you want me to check in with you to hold you accountable. After we've had our session, then I'll send you a few little links that I think could help you. I don't want to send you anything that's going to overwhelm you. And then we take it from there. And I was a doula, and I feel like a lot of this work is quite similar. Really, as a menopause mentor, you're listening to women, you're supporting them, you're helping them find tools, you're directing them to evidence-based research, you're signposting to specialists. That could be, hormone therapy. It could be a doctor who can do testing. I'm not an expert in any of that, but it might be from what you're saying that's what we work out, that's your best next step. So it's really, a beautiful role that enables me to really support and to understand and to be there and to listen, which is what a lot of us feel. A lot of us feel very lonely at this time and very alone, and some of these symptoms we just don't want to share with anyone. And this is a time when we need to connect, we need to feel empowered, and we need to know that what we're going through is normal. So I would love you to reach out to me, and let's have a free 30-minute session and then take it from there. Thank you so much.